Because church people hurt your feelings, boy. You know, they let you know when you ain't right now.
You better be right in church.
You know, they let you know, oh, boy, you can't, no, we don't want you playing for us.
I promise you.
You know, so that'll make you go home and get right.
Man, we out here on the farm riding out a little bit right quick. Steve-O about to go to AGT, America's Got Talent. About to really be exposed to the world, right? What do you think about this upcoming event?
Oh man, it's amazing, cause you know, it started right out here. It's amazing that, you know, what we do every day, just shucking around, jiving.
I ain't kidding.
You know, it just take you across the world like that, man.
Take you across the world.
I didn't know it was gonna hit like that, but you know, to God be the glory, man.
To God be the glory. We was out here shooting a video, wintertime. So old Ray, he came over here, the Minx outfit on, playing the banjo.
Singing a little gospel song.
Singing a little gospel song, and it went from there, it went viral. And now he will be performing all over.
Got Talent, you know.
At America's Got Talent.
June 17th, y'all.
June 17th, stay tuned, stay locked in. You got to see where this really go.
Chocolate Cowboys, y'all follow us out there.
Chocolate Cowboys, all the Chocolate Cowboys, y'all know what to do.
That's right. Saddle up, let's ride.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. So, what made you start playing the banjo, cuz?
Man, I was playing around with it for a while, but I got an offer to go in the circuits. I was playing in Cirque du Soleil.
Oh yeah.
So that was my first gig, real gig playing the banjo. Like I've been playing the banjo a little bit, but I never got no banjo gigs, and none of the bands I've been playing with had no banjo part. So you know, and even if they did, it wasn't a whole gig of banjo.
Right.
But when I went in the circus, I played nothing but banjo. It was the whole, my whole role was being a banjo player and acting.
Straight banjo.
That's when I was really able to get my chops right and all that and really learn more about it like that. Took it seriously. So that's where I really got my official start, you know. And shoot, man, you know, I took that and ran with it and turned it into my own thing, you know, which mostly people, banjo players, they play what they call bluegrass, so I swap it over to black grass.
The black grass.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
You do my own thing with it, you know.
Come on.
You know, so.
Yes, sir.
So I try to make it so the younger generation can understand what the banjo is all about.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the younger folk don't really tune into bluegrass like that. So I took it.
So where the banjo originated from?
Really originated in Africa, you know. Came from a bunch of slaves. They were.
You think they just made a banjo?
Oh yeah, they made it out of. They had made all kind of stuff, man. Drums, flutes, and all that stuff. Most of the instruments came from African
culture.
Yeah, you know, so they had all that stuff already over there before they were brought here.
Wow.
And then when they came here, they brought that stuff along with them. It wasn't like the banjo is now. It was a total different instrument, but you know, it evolved into the banjo.
Right.
You know, and then we had other African American heroes that played the banjo who were kind of lost in history.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily lost. You know, people do know about them, but they don't talk about them as much. Like Arnold Schultz.
Yeah.
You know, he was a African American banjo player who brought a lot of the swag to the game, you know. And that's where a lot of the American guys got that stuff from and took it and ran with it and, you know, kind of made it famous.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Beyonce got it all in her songs and everything now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that banjo what it is right now.
Yeah, man. She got it in her songs. Rihanna Giddens, phenomenal banjo player.
Yes, sir.
It's still a few black banjo players out here, you know. It ain't, you know, it's not like it ain't none. It's not many, but there are. And, you know, it's my duty to help bring light to the rest of us.
For sure. Exactly, boy. Hey, to me, you the baddest banjo player it is. I mean, if y'all don't know about banjo, man, it's hard to really be able to pick up a banjo and really be able to play it like that. Because what's so special about the banjo? Like, what makes it so hard to play?
Well, the tuning is different, and then you got, you know, the way that it's set up is different. You know, you got 5 strings on it, but the 5th string, like the top string is halfway through the neck.
Right.
So it's like a high G. You know what I'm saying? And the other 4 strings are kind of like a guitar. You gotta learn how to incorporate the high G into that. You know, so when you playing it, you gotta learn how to actually, you know, just 3-finger roll. There's so many different techniques, you know. If you're playing claw, it's 2 different ways. It's a lot of different ways, you know, if you doing it your way. But the main ways are claw hammer. You got a claw hammer style. Yeah. And then you got 3-finger, typical banjo style. You know, some people play claw hammer, some people play 3-finger. I play both in between, so I switch back and forth depending on what song I'm playing. So, you know, I kind of just switch back and forth. So.
Okay. That's what it is right there. That's what it is.
The way you want to play it, you know. It's still kind of like a guitar though. You know what I'm saying? Like a lead guitar. It still has some of those.
The strings and certain licks.
Yeah, certain licks and certain chords are like on a guitar too, but you just still got that high G as well.
Right.
You know, so you got to learn. You got to know how to incorporate that in there.
Right. Okay. Bet, man. So man, we super proud of y'all here, man, with that banjo doing your thing, bro.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
I ain't lie. To me, you the baddest musician I know. You talking about a man that can actually play every single instrument it is and good with it. So,
man, you know, it's hard work, man. You know, hard work.
How long you been playing music in general?
Shoot, man, 21 years like that.
21
you know,
years.
I started playing when I was like 6 years old. I got my first guitar. My daddy got me my first guitar when I was like 6.
Age of 6?
Wow. Lead guitar was my first instrument.
Yeah.
And from there on out, I just went and took it, you know, from there I started playing bass. My brother was playing bass. I used to steal his bass and play that. You know, he was a drummer too. You know, if you're a musician, the first thing you're gonna play is drums. You got to be able to keep a beat. Any musician, you got to be able to keep a beat.
That's exactly where I started from, drums, baby.
Every musician got to play the drums at some time. Even if you ain't the best drummer, you know how to keep a beat.
You know how to keep the beat. Because that's where it's at. It's the rhythm.
Yeah, the rhythm. You got to have the rhythm.
You got to stay on beat, even if you playing guitar, whatever music, whatever instrument you playing, you got to be able to stay on beat.
Yeah, you never see a musician that ain't got no rhythm.
Right.
He got some kind of rhythm. He or she got some kind of rhythm.
Facts. Yes, sir.
So that's how I started out playing guitar, and you know, playing in church. You know, that's like the main thing. You know, you get a lot of your fundamentals from playing in church.
Yeah.
You know. Because church people hurt your feelings, boy. You know, they let you know when you ain't right now.
You better be right in church.
You know, they let you know, oh, boy, you can't, no, we don't want you playing for us.
I promise you.
You know, so that'll make you go home and get right.
Yes, sir.
And I remember when I started playing keys, I used to ask my mama every Sunday, can I play? She would always tell me no. I'd be like, oh, man, I ain't good enough yet.
No.
Nope, you ain't ready yet. My daddy used to tell me, boy, you can't carry no service.
Right. You got to be able to carry the service.
Got to be able to carry the service.
And you can't get up here messing the service up.
Oh, I'm telling you something, hey. And black church, you ain't gonna mess up their service. Now I'm gonna tell you that now. Shoot, I don't care who you is, you gonna play or you gonna be able to play something in the church now.
I promise you.
Or else. Get up.
Get on through. For sure, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what it is, man. Man, we out here, man. We definitely gonna be supporting you, bro. You got the whole South Carolina Hawkins. Everybody down this way gonna definitely be supporting you.
Man, I appreciate it.
The AGT, America's Got Talent. Y'all stay tuned for the next episode. Peace.
Going down on a trail ride. Gonna be a trail ride. Gonna have a good time. Nothing but good vibes. Going down on a trail ride.